Hello, everybody. This is Just in Case of American Newscape. Joining our friend and media personality, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of Meatball Therapy. And everybody, let me explain to you this feedback. Jerry's chain, when he leans towards his microphone, creates some sort of magnetic interference, and we get that feedback. It's actually pretty cool.
Are you getting it now or no?
No, no, we're good.
All right. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm a metalhead.
Yeah, you are.
Literally.
You are. You are. So those metal plates in your head that did us in. Hey, Jerry, welcome. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Thanks, man. Happy pre-Valentine's spending spree for
Valentine's
all our
Eve.
lovers out there. It's National Day of Go Broke.
It's Saint Valentine's and the Hallmark Day.
It's only fitting to have a show like this. It's only fitting.
All right, Jerry, you wanted to talk about money matters, and money indeed matters. So why don't you shed some light on this?
Yeah, as I fix my lighting in the back, I wanted to shed some light on the biggest pain in the expletive that hurts a lot of people out there. Um, I had to figure out a long time ago, being raised in poverty, that there's a science to everything. And money is indeed a science. I mean, my buddy Andrew was on this baby right here, and this is the cause of so much pain in people's lives. It's what, 7,000 average credit debt in the country right now? But there's a science behind it. And it has really invoked me and helped me in so many ways. And it started with a book that's 100 and what, 15, 120 years old, from Wallace D. Wattles. It was actually the preamble for Rhonda Byrne's segment of The Secret. She was literally, her company was hemorrhaging like a Trump casino, and she had to figure out the reason why she was losing money constantly and in this predicament in her life. And a lot of us can relate to that. A lot of us can relate to the fact that money is hard to come by, but it actually isn't. If you guys can realize there's a direct science behind it, Wallace depicted it perfectly in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, because energy is everything, and basically that's all there is. So what you see here, beside Andrew's pretty face, is energy in motion. And a lot of people have to realize they think, yeah, energy is great, it's us, it's matter, but this money has energy as well. And our job is to create a better environment, to create more opportunities, to create more money in our life. People think you got to fake it till you make it, which is great on the outside. But if you're thinking lack and not having enough and poverty, that's basically what you're going to manifest. And it's hurt a lot of people. It's depicted the wrong way. You have to change the inner operating system on your belief about money to create more Jacksons and Franklins in your life. And whatever it is, obviously it starts with a goal. But when you realize there's a direct science on how to manipulate the energy to bring more wealth to you, ask any rich person their mindset, and then ask somebody in poverty their mindset. To a wealthy person, money is on their mind all day long in a good way because they're looking for opportunities. They're looking for things to invest in. Look at the poverty mindset of lack. There's never enough. Struggle, that's their predominant thoughts. That's the science behind it. It's just you interlocking with the energy that can bring you more opportunities to make more money.
Well, that's interesting. Interesting concept that money is energy. It certainly is powerful. Money itself.
Oh, I mean, it runs our lives. And people, we've been taught to be servants in a world to other things besides indeed ourselves. And I spent 30 years doing that until I basically lost everything, not realizing why I lost everything, and realized it was my mentality, obviously, that started the process. Because when you think everything is energy, what kind of energy was I carrying back then compared to the energy now? I mean, when you can assess what's going on in your life and to understand what you're bringing and what you're destroying, that's a huge factor. And money is so powerful. I'm not saying become a millionaire or a billionaire. I'm saying to have a peaceful life for yourself, your family, your friends to do what you want to have, be, and do. As with anything in the quantum world, it requires connecting to a frequency. And if you Google any kind of money frequency, you're going to come up with a whole host ranging from Buddhism to mantras to ohms, anything it might be, whatever it takes for you to get in the state and the reality on the inside of wealth, because success is first a mindset before it's a lifestyle. And when you stop talking about lack and you stop talking about poverty and you stop talking about how high egg prices are and get that out of your verbiage every single day and start only speaking of the amount of money that you wish to have to use, you start getting in that state of mind, you can only create opportunities to bring it to you. It's an evolving process that people have a hard time relating to and a hard time believing. But as with anything in the quantum world, it takes time. The caterpillar jumps in and basically disintegrates to come out as a beautiful butterfly. We evolved the same way. We just don't disintegrate. That would be kind of messy there, meatball. But we evolved the same way. Evolution is time. When you edify yourself on how money works, if you really want it in your life, you got to truly understand how the system, meaning inner operating system that you carry, is how you're going to bring it.
Well, Jerry, if we take a small snapshot of our society right now, there's a lot of people that are very, very upset. A lot of them are looking for missing money, and a lot of people are defending the fact that that money's missing.
They're looking. I mean, this has been how many? You and I are both up in the upper echelon of age. This was happening in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. The same thing is going on. Just it's a different shiny object that's being shined in our face. That where this is going, where money's going, where lack is. It's just a different narrative being shifted out there.
Oh
People
yeah.
got to stop worrying about what's going on in the outside world and start worrying about what's going on inside, because that's affecting your life.
Yes.
And then you tack in the outside world and watch the news and this and the chaos and the panic, what's going on. That only brings up the frequency of lack. All I'm saying is what has helped me was disconnecting to reconnect myself to where I want to go. And money, I love money. I love sharing it with my kids, giving it to people who need it, which I do frequently. I love the fact that I can help somebody in need. I mean, that's the kind of life that I want, a modest, peaceful life. Some people want to become, the 7, 8, 9 figures. That's great. God bless you. But it takes a mindset to get there, a constant repetitious mindset to get there, in letting go of the outside world and creating your own world.
Well,
They talk about universe, and everything. Universe is just creation. When they speak of universe, you're the creator of your universe. You're the creation of the creation. Hence your self-fulfilling prophecy.
well, and your inner peace, Jerry, you found that through managing the perspective of your world.
Oh, great point. Management. Great point. Yeah. We, as a manager, by day, I do have to manage my outside world and my inside world. People forget that. People forget that, and this is why you're seeing a lot of chaos now. I mean, people forgot the true power that they have. And if you want to create a better life for yourself and indeed live in the moment, but what you're creating in the moment is really important, really important. What you're dragging on every single day, whether it's a mindset of success or a mindset of lack, that can only manifest. So, I mean, I would choose the latter on that one. I would say, wait, I'm going to go with my thoughts of prosperity, because living in that's called a frequency. And this little Jackson here, well, it's worth what, $5 now?
If that.
this little this little Jackson is going to multiply. Believe me when I tell you, it's not a magic trick. I'm not some numismatist out here doing this thing. I'm just a person telling the world that if you change your mind, you are going to change your life. And money is definitely a huge part of everybody's life. And it's amazing the peace that you bring. That's the whole point, is sharing information like this And there's actually a frequency. At its core, the program operates on a principle that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs emit specific frequencies. Money is no different. It has its own wavelength, and it's atoms. And what are we? We're atoms. What is everything around us? Atoms, all in different frequencies. If you can find the right frequency, connect to it with the abundance mindset, you are going to attract more money in your life.
You know, Jerry, even the Dalai Lama puts out an energy to attract money, and he's showered with it. He's absolutely showered with it.
You just come across on the last part of your sentence, you were kind of blurred out. Dalai Lama what?
Well, the Dalai Lama attracts a tremendous amount of money because
Yeah.
he needs it to fulfill his prophecy.
Everybody should consider that for themselves. This is why this is why people have to have goals. What is it going to take for you to create, in other words, out there, people, to create your own prophecy? I mean, these guys, these deceased notables and the ones that are still going, yeah, they are very, very wealthy. They need that to function. They need that to operate. What is the difference between them and us? Absolutely friggin' nothing. We've been taught how to be servants to everything else but ourselves. If we create a better world for ourselves, that only sends out to create a better collective consciousness, like we spoke about last week, a better environment around us. And that just grows and grows and grows. You relieve the tension and the stress that money brings because we bring it upon ourselves. I mean, we can't blame anybody for our debt. When I looked at a $500,000 debt before I lost everything, I said, oh, where'd that come from? Me. Wow, I better figure that out real quick. And it took losing everything to gaining everything. And when people can grasp that and truly edify themselves in the science behind it, perhaps even reading that book by Wallace D. Wattles. I mean, it really, even though it's in the early 1900s, that was 30 years before Think and Grow Rich. And that's before they understood the power of energy, in other words, in a physical realm. This was all like so-called pseudoscience back then. But now for some reason, everybody's reading it. But because it's true, we're all creation machines, and money is no different. So how you think of money is how you bring of money.
And how it comes to you. And it can come
Indeed.
to you, it can come to you in a dirty fashion.
It can come anyway, man. You want to hear about this is a great survey that they did many moons ago. I had to, when I was in my depth of poverty, I had to take care of my kids. I had to work anywhere I could. That was the mindset that I had, the lack mindset. What did I do? I got a job in the most impoverished area of New Haven. They call New Haven the pizza capital of the world. Yeah, it's still got ghettos too, and that's where I was. And I was down there working 7 days a week trying to support my kids. But what was so profound was the fact that every night when I left work, there was pennies everywhere, all over the ground. Pennies, nickels, dimes. I mean, it's like people were throwing money away. And if you look around, I was surrounded by projects all around me and the lack mindset. People forgot that this deserves respect. And that survey I was telling you about was, you heard of Greenwich, the area up here in Connecticut. It's right next to NYC. All the wealthy, affluent, actors live there and everything else. Some guy walked around and he published this. I want to get the link and I'll give people an idea. This is how rich people think. This guy walked around and threw money all over the ground, all over the center of Greenwich, whatever it be, a lot of pennies. Every single one of them were picked up. The mindset of a wealthy individual is the fact that money is being drawn to them. They're using the system for themselves. That's why I have jars full of pennies, dimes, and nickels that I'm constantly finding, because what? I'm thinking of money. Therefore, I am attracting money. And if people start doing that and attaching a goal to that, how much they want to make or have every month, start writing it, believing it, installing it, you're going to start coming up with these kind of serendipities in your life. The universe is perfect, and this is my assumption, mind you. People might think it's different, but indeed, creation is perfect. When you realize how perfect you are to create the life you want, you'll be more respectful of the Jacksons and the Franklins, and even the pennies and dimes, and realize that if you're thinking about money, Money is going to show up in opportunities like at work. Today, I'm exhausted. Guess what? I had an opportunity to make more money in what? Overtime. Did I bitch about it? No. I said, well, thanks. That's awesome, man. Why? Because it would be going against my core principles of wealth and abundance. This is how the system works. It may not come in money, but it'll come in opportunities, advancements, situations to bring more of it to you. And if you turn it down, you're going against what you truly believe in. Therefore, you have a lack mindset.
Well, absolutely, Jerry. And you brought up creation, and we are our own creators in essence. We create our own self-fulfilling prophecies.
Yes.
And
And I state that a lot. Go ahead. I'm your
yeah,
mentor.
and that should be celebrated. People need to recognize that we are creators.
Indeed. If people forget that. We're too busy celebrating everybody else. We're too busy celebrating other things in life, but we forget to look in the mirror every day and say, look, dude, you got this.
Yeah.
People have to understand. I mean, you have to be your own cheerleader in life. You have to be your own coach. You've got guys like yourself and me and thousands of others that come on and try to inspire you, but it doesn't matter. What you see in the mirror is what you get. So why not offer an abundance mindset? Why not edify yourself and not how money works, but how to attract it through your mind? You're going to see opportunities. You're not denied nothing. You're going to see circumstances and serendipities to match your thought process. So my journaling aspect of money, there was actually one page for a while on just changing my belief about it, because I knew that if creation starts within us, I better fix the operating system and reinstall what I was installed with. Living in poverty I lived in poverty since birth up until 40 with that kind of mindset. It wasn't until I realized there's a science behind it and living still in poverty, I said, wait, maybe I can change that. And hopefully segments like this will help people that there is a way out, but it's from within.
And it takes a little bit of work.
Yes.
All
And
right,
people, if they'll do the work, they'll get the results, man. Believe when I tell you.
all right, everybody. Hey, Jerry, why don't we? I think we're at a good place to put this one in the bank, and we should do that.
Put in the bank.
Put it in the bank. Put that money matters in the bank. All right, everybody. This has been Just in Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you Meatball Therapy. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links provided in this video is read more. Today is the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.